Alright, welcome back to another tier list video. Today we are going to be doing Gen 2. I have the tier list. We're going to do the same tiers. We got S for big love, A for love, B for like. We got C plus for like the designs. C, totally neutral. Like, they're there, they're Pokemon, you know. Don't really care about them, but don't feel any way particular towards them, bad or good. C minus is like neutral, but on the could do without side more so. D, I distaste a little bit, like I don't like them a little bit. And then F is no thank you, bye bye. Don't, like actively kind of don't like. But yeah, just to talk a little bit about Gen 2, it is one of my favorite gens. I have a lot of nostalgia for it. Gold, Silver, Crystal are some of the first games I've played. I spent so much time there, so yeah, the nostalgia is gonna be really real for this generation. So, but yeah, let's get started with Chikorita, the grass starter of Johto. Chikorita, I switched my opinion on a lot over the years. I think Chikorita is a good design. I think Chikorita does get a lot of hate, but it still carries a lot of what I really liked in Bulbasaur. It's kind of this creature that has like a plant attribute, and it does look really unique. Like, I don't think there's any animal that looks like Chikorita. It does look a little awkward, but I like it. I think it does do its job well as a grass starter, I think. And I like that, I mean, you could argue it doesn't really lend itself either way towards feminine or masculine, but I think it definitely is more feminine than the last two designs we've gotten, and it definitely is so throughout the rest of its line. But speaking of Chikorita, Bayleaf though. Bayleaf gets the big love. Oh shit, let me change this too. Bayleaf is so good. What a glow up for Chikorita. It's so cool. I mean, the head is now more defined, which I think helped a lot. Chikorita was really lacking that. I love like these weird buds around its neck, and then this giant leaf, like kind of like a blade situation, looks so good. And it got a lot of anime highlight, and it was really cute in the anime. So that gets it like huge bonus points. But yeah, great design. But next we have Meganium, and it is really hard to live in the shadows of Bayleaf because I just don't love Meganium. Meganium, I give it a like. I think if it wasn't for Bayleaf, it wouldn't be so bad. But you know, Bayleaf was so much cooler. I feel like the leaf blade on top of its head is just so much cooler than this antenna situation. And the flower actually doesn't feel that much cooler than the buds that were around its neck previously. And I don't know, I do like the green, but again, it just doesn't feel like enough. I honestly feel like there's split evolutions in another world, but overall, I think it's an okay design. I do think it's a little bare, but I don't hate it. And I like that it introduces a much more feminine mon, or what we like would traditionally consider feminine. All right, next we have Cyndaquil. Easy big love. I mean, I don't know anyone who doesn't like Cyndaquil. It's so cute. It's so easy to like. I like that it has like this. It's like kind of, I think, yeah, for the first like 2 gens, even 3 gens, it's the only one with like this closed eye situation, which I really like. It's this shrew, I think. I don't know, it's just really cool. Love the fire on its back. Really cute mon. Quilava gets a lot of hate, I think. But I don't know if it's the nostalgia talking, but I like Quilava. I think it's fun. It now has a much more like slender shape. Its head is less like big and bulbous. And it has like another flame on its its flame, instead of being all on its back, it's kind of like a tail head situation. It has like this mohawk, which I really like, that none of the other 2 will carry. So I don't know, I've always really liked Quilava. It is a little basic, but I definitely don't think it's ugly by any means, and I really love this line. So Quilava is in the love for me. Next we have Typhlosion. Typhlosion, easy big love. I love Typhlosion. Especially with his fire on. They do really dirty in the newer games, like with the fire situation. And his shiny, which used to be purple, which is so cool, but... Oh, and the fire was purple. But yeah, I love Typhlosion. Even without the flames though, I still really like him even without the flames. He is really chonky and honestly really plain, but I don't know, I just really enjoy him. I like that he's kind of like almost always angry looking. And I don't know, I feel like I can relate to that a little bit. So Typhlosion's my boy. He's honestly really fighting with Charizard for my favorite Pokemon right now, and I think he's really closing in on officially becoming my favorite. And again, just a lot of nostalgia. I actually recently played Crystal with Typhlosion, and man, he was clutch. Love Typhlosion. Totodile, this guy is probably the Pokemon I've seen most in S tier on every tier list I've ever watched. No one, absolutely no one hates this king. It's good. I mean, anime, great too. It's just really a great mon. Croconaw, vice versa. I also see everyone hate Croconaw. I actually don't hate Croconaw. I know he has like a caveman situation going, which just feels like really out of place. But I think it looks good. Like, I don't know. I think he looks like a good middle stage. I like where he sits in between Totodile and Feraligatr. I do think the caveman situation is a little weird. But considering Feraligatr has the word feral in his name, it feels okay. Again, that's why it's more in the like. I think it would honestly be in love if this cave pattern was just like changed out. Feraligatr, I love. I love as a water starter final evolution, but I actually have no like personal like ties to Feraligatr. Yeah, let me look at some art. I really do like this tiny pixel. Oh, you can probably barely see that. I love this pixel art right here. This is really cool. But I don't know. I think he looks a little awkward at sometimes, to be honest. I don't know. Actually, the more I look at him, I think he looks actually pretty cool. He kind of reminds me of like God's. Oh my goodness. What is up with these sprites? He has. Okay. But, yeah, no, he's really cool. Shiny's awesome, actually. I don't know, the more I look at him, the more he could go to big love, but I think he's in love for me. I just have no personal bias towards him. To my knowledge, I don't think he has any highlight in the anime that I can remember that I watched. But, yeah, he's cool. I do like what he does for the Johto starters. Sentret. Sentret is not a mon I've always cared about, but now in the little guy stage of my life, I love Sentret. I think Sentret honestly borders in between big love and love. I kind of want to save that tier a little more, be a little bit more restrained with it, but yeah, I put Sentret in love. I love Sentret. It's so cute. I love Tanukis also. That's like a more recent obsession of mine, and I think it does it so well without it being like too obviously a Tanuki either. It's just really cute. Great rodent. Or like early rodent mon, as like it's considered usually. Fur that people really like, and I really do love that we like kind of not super recently, but in general recently found out that it's like 5 feet or 6 feet long. It's like ginormous. I think that's really fun. The Sentrets are like, I think it's good. It's not an evolution that feels expected, which I like. They look very different from Sentret, but I just don't have that same love for Fur as I do for Sentret. I like that Sentret has like the big old tail, and like it has like a defined body, and it has like the nice like long ears for like the change of silhouette, and these really like fat wing arms too that I really like. But Fair is a lot more slender, a lot simpler overall. I still do really like it, but I don't love it like I do Sentret. Actually, I don't know, man. Sentret, honestly, I'm gonna sit on this all night, but I think Love and Big Love is really in between. Hoot Hoot is like a top 10 Pokemon, I think. Don't quote me on it, but I love Hoot Hoot. It's easily one of my favorite early root bird Pokemon. It's just super, super cute. I love like the clock motif. I've always liked owls. The fact that it goes on like one leg is super random and super cool. Yeah, I love Hoot Hoot. And the red eyes, I don't know, just it all is so good. Such a nice silhouette. I really appreciate it. It's like unofficially as like a Pokemon trainer, this Hoot Hoot is on my team. And he would serve as like my little like animal companion that like is like on my shoulder and stuff, kind of like Pikachu is for Ash. Love Hoot Hoot. Oh, and I also have one in my my Crystal playthrough right now, and I didn't evolve it. And we'll talk about Noctowl right now. Actually, Noctowl I don't love. I don't even want to say I like it. I don't really hate it though. Like it's just like as a lover of Hoot Hoot, I don't care for Noctowl. Like I just don't find that same appeal in Noctowl. I feel like Noctowl's okay. Like it is an owl. It looks, again, normal flying is never like a helpful typing. I don't love normal. But it looks cool. I really liked it as a kid. Obviously Ash's Noctowl had much highlight because it was like a shiny, which was really cool. I think it's his only shiny he ever had. But Noctowl, pretty cool. Like I'd say like it is a positive. Like I just don't care about it, but I do think it looks fine. It does look like a Pokemon and it's a pretty good design. But I don't know. I wish I had more clock motifs or just some more of the charm that Hoot Hoot has. And which is why I didn't evolve my Hoot Hoot. Ladybug is awesome. Ladybug, oh sorry. I don't big love, but I do love Ladybug. Ladybug's really cute. It looks like a ladybug, but it's very Pokemonified, which I appreciate. You know, like no ladybug looks like this. It looks like it has like these little ball arms with like, I don't know, is that like a thumb on its like little fist? But it's super cute. It's solid. Love Ladybug. Ladian, in between two again. It's super cool. Honestly, man, dude, I think I'm being really stingy with the big love, but I think I gotta fix that. That feels so much better for me. I really like Ladian. Super cool. Super Sentai like inspirations like Power Rangers and stuff. And again, it's a bug that doesn't really look like a bug. Like I love bugs that can make me like bugs, and Ladian does that for me. Really, really cool. Actually, I'm just out of curiosity, I do want to see more art of Ladian to get. Ooh, actually some of his other art doesn't look so great, to be honest, sometimes. But it's still cool. It's still cool. I won't fault the art on that one. Spinarak, ooh, I had an obsession with Spinarak not too long ago. It shot up to S tier so fast. But I don't know, I think it's in love again. I think it's with Ladybug. I think they're good friends there. They're really cute. I love this abdomen situation with like this face. It's so cute. I love the colors a lot. And I actually never even like realized this either, but it only has 6 legs even though it's a spider, which I totally don't mind. It's definitely for simplicity's sake. But yeah, really like Spinarak. The colors are amazing. Shiny's actually goated too. Super sick. I think, don't love the eyes, I don't hate the eyes, but yeah, it's just a really, really cool spider. Ariados, however, I don't like as much. I would say it's a cool looking spider. The colors are actually sick too. But it lost that face motif, in my opinion. I mean, I do see kind of a face here. I don't know if I should look at some additional art of it. Let's see if that can like remedy it a little bit. Is there a back sprite for one of these? No, that's not a face, in my opinion. Shiny's kind of banger though. I really like that Generation 2 art actually. But yeah, I would say it's a yeah. Same thing with the Noctowl. Like I'm not excited to evolve my Spinarak at all. I think it's a little cooler than Noctowl, but it's not enough to be in like. Crobat is big love. Oh my goodness, Crobat, so cute. It honestly feels like Gengar and Zubat like merged together. and that's so sick to me. I love Gengar, and I love like this bat body. It has 4 wings, which is like super sick too. I don't know, it just really elevates Zubat, and I love what it does for the line, because Golbat was kind of horrendous. And I like that it color changes too. I don't know, it's really fun all in all. Really cool mon. Man, Gen 2 just, I don't know, it hits for me. Because man, we're going non-stop with the big love. Chinchou is amazing. Absolutely, like top 50, I think, for sure. Like, one of the most unique eyes, super cool. Also, this fish, no fish looks like this. Like, yeah, it's an anglerfish, but not at all either. It's super cool. I love its like tiny little feet. Has like these flippers. It has the fact that it has double of these like I forget what they're called, but you know, the little lights. It's just super cool. Fun typing as well. Yeah, and cool name too. I don't know, just like it so much about it. Lantern, big love for Lantern too. I think Lantern's super cool. Still keeps much more on the anglerfish side, but not really. Kind of, I think people say like dolphin in there. Has a funky tail. I don't mind that though. I don't think this art is amazing, but I do think Lantern is just so cool. Fun shiny too. Not an amazing shiny, but a fun shiny. Oh, dude, Generation 2 splash art actually so cool. But yeah, it's just really cute. I don't know. I really like it. I do think it's really simple, but I don't know. It scratches an itch that a lot of Pokemon don't for me. Now we're into some of my least favorite for Gen 2. It's not that they're designed. I just don't really care for baby Pokemon. I think it's like a weird, I wouldn't say it's a retcon, but like it kind of doesn't make sense because like in some games like you can breed Pikachu and then like, you know, another Pikachu will come out, but like I don't know, like baby Pokemon are in a weird category. I just don't know what to do with them as a category. I don't like how like unclear it is, like why some Pokemon have baby forms. Like it's just a little weird for me. But Pikachu, having said all that, that is gonna like affect my decision. It probably drop them like 1 tier wherever they would be. But I would say Pichu though, I don't actually really care for Pichu. I do appreciate that it looks different from Pikachu. Like they did manage to like create like a pretty good successor to Pikachu, like as a follow-up, I would say. I don't really love this like black line. It's really like kind of weird how it works. Because its arms like come out here too. Like when I've drawn Pichu from an angle, it looks really awkward because of that line. Yeah, it was sitting around here, but yeah, it's a baby Pokemon, so I put it there. I don't really care for it. I don't think Pikachu needed it. I get why they did it, and I think they did a good job, but I could have done without it. No, the more I say it, I kind of want to put in distaste, but it's not ugly. I don't know. I feel really bad not putting like a mon I actually think is ugly there. Cleffa, again, like I think it would have been a fine design if they introduced Cleffa as the base Pokemon in Gen 1. It's totally fine, but I just don't think babies are necessary. But I do think it is one of the better ones. It is very cute. I like that it somewhat looks like a star, but isn't. I don't know. I like that its ears are like these horn situations, so it's not even like a ear yet. So I really do like that. But again, I just don't really care for baby Pokemon. I don't like how they fit into Pokemon. But I do get it's like a way to introduce like Prevos like in newer gens, but like the logic of it just like really like stumps me. Illubuff I think is okay. I don't know, I feel like they're all gonna end up in meh. Yeah. It's okay. Again, like it would have been fine, but just again doesn't feel that necessary. Okay, Togepi, I give it a little bit of an edge because to me, it is a baby Pokemon, but because it was introduced in the same as its before its evolutions, it's like kind of fine. It does get like a huge spotlight in the anime, and I do love like this egg situation. I don't know, it's really cute. It's kind of unlike any animal too, which I always really appreciate. Fairy type helps a ton. Yeah, fun mon. Togetic, awesome. I like Togetic. I don't know if I've always liked this line, but I really have come around to it. I like that it's this weird bird, but not really either. I don't know, really unique design and really fun. Natsu's goated. Natsu's great. I mean, look at this little ball guy. It's fun. The colors are crazy. It's really cool. Very unique bird. Johto. Okay, I recognize that Johto is super cool. You know, it has all this going on. I think when it opens its wings, it also looks like crazy. Hold on, let me pull up an art of it. Johto. What are we getting? Right here. It has like, you know, this little guy hidden inside. It's so cool. Man, that Generation 2's art for them really goes hard. They really do look their best in the gen that they're introduced in sometimes. Shiny's a little weak. I actually do have a shiny Natu. I think it was my first Pokemon Go shiny. Or not Xatu, but Natu is pre-evolution. It's a really funny mon, but I really like it. It's like a hieroglyph situation come to life or something like that. I don't know. I think it's really cool. But that being said, again, I don't really have any personal ties. So I'll probably put it in like, you know. It's a good mon. It's a good mon. I do like Natu just a little bit better though. Mareep love. I love Mareep. Electric Sheep makes sense. I love this horn tail situation. So weird. Looks so natural though. I don't know. Really good. Super cute. Flappy, amazing. Great evolution. Love when the evolution doesn't keep the same colors. Totally flipped for the white cloud-like like fluffy parts. Like much cooler body. It's standing up now. Actually, I didn't realize how similar they were. So now I kind of get why they had to change the colors, but like the head does keep it interesting, and the colors again, very fun color swap. I think the shiny is like awful for the middle form though, but yeah, it's great. Ampharos, very cool evolution. Honestly, this line doesn't miss at all. Like it is a little weird that it loses the fluff, but it also looks super cool. Like it still looks super cool. As a kid, I never really thought much of it. I always thought it looked cool. Only as an adult, I'm like, oh yeah, it totally lost all its fur. But you know, it's not a sheep, like, or I guess it is. I don't know, but it's cool. I do find the arms a little funny, but again, I don't know. There are things I didn't notice as a kid, so maybe like I've just given it all this leeway, all this time. But I don't know. I feel like this mon is liked by many, and I totally get it. And each one actually, the color is a little different, which is fun. You know, it goes blue, pink, yellow. So I really like that too. It's just a really cool mon. Very unique, very Pokemon. Sunflora, I think I've talked, or Blossom. I've talked about Blossom a little bit when I talked about the Vileplume line. It is kind of like my least favorite. I don't hate it, but it's definitely my least favorite of the three. I mean, considering the other three. I like it though. I think it's fine. You know, it's a different evolution. I think it works. It's a little cute little dancer, flower girl. I don't know. It's cute. It's fine. Or I like it. Like it's good. Meryl's cute too. Meryl's good. I mean, Peekaboo in the flesh. Like it's round. Like I think if Pikachu wasn't around, it would also be a great mascot. It does everything you need it to do as like a very cute little guy. Azumarill I used to not like. I don't know if it's like its competitive prowess or not competitive, but that it's just like a really good mon considering the typing as well, and the fact that it's just so indestructible. Which I also kind of hate that because I've had a lot of bad experiences with Azumarill beating my teams because of its typing. Just because I tend to have a lot of fire types on my team because I just love fire types. But it's really grown on me. I'd say I give it the yeah plus. I still haven't come all the way to liking it, but I can appreciate it more now. I used to think it was just a stretched out Azumarill or a Marill, kind of like Wigglytuff is to Jigglypuff, which I never really was a big fan of. But those designs have grown on me a little bit. I do think they add enough to feel like a sufficient evolution. And shinies are good too. Sudowoodo. I want to put in love, but honestly, I don't have any ties to this guy. But I do think he's super awesome. I love him as a tree Pokemon, and that he's a rock type. And he's such a weird looking tree. He has so much personality. I love like this head especially. I don't know. Really cool, really unique. I just don't have any personal ties to him. Never really used him anything, so he stays in like. Politoed I used to love, especially when there was like the whole frog craze going around. But I don't know. He's kind of grown weaker on me. I think I used to really love him because I hated Poliwrath so much, and I thought Politoed is a much better evolution. But I don't know if I would love Politoed without Poliwrath. But that being said, Poliwrath does exist, so I do like Politoed. I like that they kind of remedied that evolution a little bit for me. But I don't know, something feels a little missing for me for Politoed. I do feel like he looks a little bit awkward sometimes. I don't know if it's like the newer games or something, but let's see. Oh, he's so cute in Generation 3, actually. Yeah, I don't like this situation that much. I don't know, something about it. I actually don't know if I love the antenna. Usually I do like weird stuff like that, but I don't know, it's not really doing it for me. I'll give him the like. It feels too dirty to put him in, yeah. I do think he's a good design. Oh, this line is up there for me. I love the Hoppip line. So cool. I love that they fly around with their little like helicopter leave situation. I love it has cat ears and a cat tail. Super fun, super weird. Very little guy, very me. Skiploom is my favorite of them. I love Skiploom because it spins like a little helicopter. So adorable, and these big fat ears. It's kind of Digimon-like almost. I like that too. I don't know what's saying Digimon-like, but I don't know. It's good. It's a very little guy. Very cool. I think it's just a spinning flower. It really gets me. I like imagining it like floating around. Jumpluff, I like the least, but I don't think it's bad. I do think Jumpluff is very cute. I just think it doesn't feel very full to me. I gotta put it in love. I still really like it. I think it's super cute, but it definitely doesn't have that charm that Skiploom and Hoppip have. Always mix up their names. Apom. Apom is big love. I love Apom. Super cute. I mean, concept of like a monkey with a handtail is like super simple, but exactly what I like. Like, very much so. Very cute. I don't mind like the weird arms here. His only down is that he evolves later, which is like the real crime, but I can't fault Apom too much for that. I still really love Apom. Sunkern. Probably a lot of people's F tiers, to be honest. But for me, it's a true neutral. I do not care about Sunkern, but it's a grass Pokemon. It's there. It looks like a sunflower seed if it was a Pokemon, and I think it does a good job of that. But it's just not something I really care for, so it goes in true neutral. Sunflora, kind of meme at this point, honestly, as like a lazy Pokemon design. But I don't hate it. I don't know. It's kind of like a true neutral situation again. It's just there. I think it's fine. It doesn't bother me, but I don't find myself reaching for it or caring for it most days. Yeah, just whatever mon, you know. Yanma is such a cool dragonfly. I like Yanma. The colors are sick. So cool. I don't know. Very fun mon. And I love like the bugs of Pokemon. Wooper, I mean, another very hard to dispute. It's a big love for Wooper. Wooper is so cute. I love that it has no hands. Yes to no hands. It's just so unique and very cute. Quagsire though, it's in the meh, I think. I don't know. Is meh too dirty? Man, it's just every time I like a pre-evolution, it really hurts me when I don't love the evolution. But it's not bad. Like, I recognize that it is cute. It has appeal, you know? It's just, I don't know, it feels so bald. I don't like when my Pokemon feel bald. Like, compared to Wooper, Wooper was so much cooler. It looks really bad in some of its art. I don't know, Gen 2 is so nostalgic, man. I feel like all the Gen 2 art looks so cool. He just looks so bald to me. Yeah, he's in the meh. I don't know. He's cute, which is what keeps him from distaste, to be honest. Yeah, it's too dirty to put him in distaste. He is cute. Yeah, he's cute. And he's like derpy, so it works. Espeon. Ooh. Man, where did I put the other evolutions? Espeon's really, really cool. I love like the two tail situation, but it's still kind of one tail. It's kind of cool. It's simple, but it doesn't need to be any more than that. It is really good. I put in love. I'm debating too much on it, so I put in love. Yeah, it's really cool though. I really like Espeon. Umbreon. People love Umbreon. I think I do like Espeon a little better, but I can't deny how cool Umbreon is. I mean, as a duo, yeah, actually I'll leave them together because I love them as a duo. So it's perfect, yeah. They're super cool. They're day and night without like so explicitly being so, which I really appreciate. Murkrow's awesome. I love Murkrow. He's another one that gets hit with an evolution later, which I don't love that. I would love him more if he was a standalone, but I do really think he's cool. I just like witches and stuff. Even though he kind of pushes the Mafia boss later, which is why I don't love, but again, problem for another day. But Murkrow's cool. Slowking. This is a mon I also go back and forth on. I don't know how to feel about Slowking on certain days. But I will put him on... Yeah, I put him in like, because I think it's silly. I like that they didn't... I do like split evolutions, and I like that his like goes from his tail to its head. It feels very comical, and you know, I like silly things like that. I think the head is still actually on the back, which I didn't always know. Let's find that real quick. Back sprite, where are you at? Yeah, it has that. I did not actually always know that, so that kind of helps a lot. But yeah, it's a fun design. I like this little frill. It gets it out of nowhere, and I think that's what like kind of Slowbro is missing a little bit for me. It's a little too plain, but I really like this like frill situation. Again, clothes on Pokemon's a little weird, but I've kind of come around on it in a lot of ways too, and I just really like what it does for this design. Very fun. Mischievous. I love Mischievous. Okay, this is where it would go if it again wasn't for an evolution. It gets later. And I do have to fault it for it. I'm sorry. It's just, it affects how I see the line a little bit. But yeah, I love Mischievous. Very cute. I wish it could stand alone or it had a different evolution. But it's just too weak, I think. I don't think it's that fun to use because it's so weak. Yeah, I don't know. But it is very cool. I love the colors on it. Super cool. Like this the yellow red eyes is always like a favorite of mine. But it just also has a really cool color palette. Love Mischievous. Unknown. I didn't realize Unknown was kind of like so middle in the decks. I think it's kind of weird. But Unknown is good. I like Unknown. I like what it does. It's very cool. Alphabet Mon is very weird. I don't know. I think it does do its job really well, and I can always appreciate designs like that. Alright. Wobbuffet. Everyone loves this guy, but I don't know. Kind of like meh minus. Like, okay, the tail is kind of interesting. I give it a true neutral. Like, I go back and forth. Like, I can really appreciate things about it, but I also just don't care for it. Like, I don't think about Wobbuffet. Like, I think a lot of defensive mons annoy me too, because when I battle them, I mean, this is such like a me problem, but like, I'm like glass cannon. Like, all my mons attack or they die, and that's it. Like, you know, they can't take a hit at all. And Wobbuffet is so defensive, and that, yeah, I don't know. And it just kind of has like this one expression, which is sometimes okay with mons, but I don't know. Just, I didn't find it that amusing in the anime personally. I think that's actually what is really truly hindering it, is the anime. It just got so much spotlight, and I just never found it that entertaining. But I really love that its inspiration is kind of random. Like, I think it's like one of those like punching bag things that like toys for kids, and like it bounces back up. And I think that's really cool that they made that design, and it also reflects in like its like stats and move pool. So I think that's really cool. And I like the concept that I've heard a lot is like, this is the actual Pokemon, which I can totally see. I'm not like usually buying into fan theories, but that one feels very like, actually I think that might be true. So I think that part of it is cool. So that's why I lay it out at true neutral. Girafarig. I've always liked Girafarig. Very cool mon. 2 heads, super weird. And I really like that. Like, if it wasn't for this head, the head really makes it. Honestly, almost goes in love, but I don't know, something about it does keep it, because I think it's like the normal. Yeah, the normal type hurts it, I think, but it's cool. Kind of wish it got like the dark type. Gets great evolution later. But yeah, really cool design. Pinecone is in the like. I like Pinecone. I think it's funny that they made this Pinecone Pokemon. I think it's supposed to be based off of Bagworm, which I think is like a bug that like kind of looks like a Pinecone or something, or like when it like crystallizes or whatever, but it's cool. I like it for what it is. Fortress, also really cool. Again, man, Fortress might be love. Oh, really riding the line, Fortress. I think I love Fortress. Amazing shiny. I think it has a gold shiny. But yeah, it's just really unique. I like that it floats and like kind of spins around. I don't know. It's just super weird. But and Bug Steel, like yeah, sure. Dunsparce. Okay, Dunsparce used to be big love until I found out that this is where its mouth is. Like where this line is, you see? Like I thought it didn't have a mouth. I thought like these were like its fangs situation, but it's like under its chin. So it has like these horns underneath its chin. It's like so weird. And I actually don't love its evolution. I mean I know why they did what they did, and like totally valid. I never really cared if Dunsparce got an evolution or not, and I liked him, like how mysterious he was before. But yeah, so for those things kind of brought him down. But yeah, I'll say like, I think yeah, it really is floats in between. I still really like Dunsparce. It's such a unique design. But I don't like that it has an evolution anymore. And I don't love the mouth situation. It's grown on me, but it looks really bad in the Dunsparce in my opinion. Gligar, get up there, Gligar. Fly to the sky of S tier. Gligar is super cool Pokemon. Like, what is he? Everything and nothing. It's like Scorpion, Bat, Weirdo. Like, so sick. Ground flying? Why? I don't know, but looks so much like a poison type, which would have been perfect for a Scorpion, but he's ground flying, which is also like such like a paradox type thing, you know, like because flying is like immune to ground. So I don't know, really cool though. I love Gligar. The only hiccup for me is that he evolves. Man, I'm realizing they really gave Gen 2 a lot of love in Gen 4. Steelix, get up there in the love, buddy. Steelix is so cool. Onix, I never felt like it needed an evolution, but man, once you have Steelix, you can't undo it. It's so cool. It's so perfect as an evolution, and really brings a lot to Onix that Onix didn't have. Really cool face. So like menacing and so evil. I love it. Snubbull. I like Snubbull a lot. I love Snubbull actually. I think the color palette is really fun. I've always really liked like bulldog characters. I think the tassels are really fun. And the fact that it gets a fairy type too, saved. I think it's one of the first Pokemon you get introduced to too, because like it was featured like in an episode or like a short before like the Pokemon movie or something like that, or after the movie. I'm not sure, but I don't know. I think it's really fun Mon. Super cute in my opinion. Granbull though, this taste, it's ugly, yo. I think it also loses so much charm from Snubbull. Snubbull had so much more going on. I feel like this is all plain and pink. I think it's kind of boring. The ear shape is less interesting in my opinion. It almost becomes like a man in a way. I don't know. Just overall like way less interesting, I feel like. And I don't hate this situation, but it definitely is a point of confusion. Quillfish. Quillfish is good. I like Quillfish. I don't think about Quillfish a lot, but I like Quillfish. I think it's a fun little pufferfish situation. Very edgy looking. Yeah, it's fun. It's good. Scizor, easy big love. I mean, who does not love Scizor? This is another mon. It's like such an easy S tier. Everyone likes this guy. He's so sick. Like Scyther was already so cool, and this is like Scyther's cooler brother. Like so sick. I think like the only thing you really lose is like the pincers for the size, which does feel like a downgrade, but it's still really cool. I don't know, I really like Scizor a lot. I mean, everyone does. He's so cool. I actually think his official art doesn't even do him the best. I like when he has the mouth or like from like the side. I think he looks a lot better. Like, ooh, Gen 4. Ooh, Gen 2. Honestly, why does Gen 2 go so hard with the sprite art? I love Gen 2 art. Yeah, this is cool. Oh, great shiny. Absolutely adore the shiny. That's where Scyther lacks shiny. Shuckle's fun. I don't think about Shuckle, kind of like Quillfish, but I like Shuckle. It's like this silly little guy, really defensive. But yeah, he's fun. I like silly guys. Heracross, S tier again. The generation that made me love bugs. Heracross was definitely one of the first bug Pokemon I liked. Anime did a huge part in that. Actually did not know he was a fighting type for the longest time. I like that though. It's based off like the Hercules beetles that like, you know, I think people fight them or something like that. And that's really cool. I don't know. They just made a beetle really likable, really cool. Sneasel's interesting. Oh no, I put Hisui and Sneasel in there. I gotta fix that later. But I like the asymmetry a lot. I used to love Sneasel a lot. I think my love for Sneasel has wavered, but I still really like it. It's such a weird dark ice little guy. I do like that it has like the mascara or like the eyelash situation. It's cool. Yeah, I'll put it in. Nah, I'll put it in like. I'll put it in like. It's cool, man. Teddiursa, so good. I think it would go in love. Like, I do think it's like a design that is worthy of love, but I don't know. I'm just like not big on it. It definitely is just because it's a bear. Like, it is a moon bear, which is cool, but it's still a bear, you know? So it's not doing anything crazy like these are. Like, even like a bulldog, because it's like on two legs and like wears a dress and has like these weird like ears. It's a little more unique, whereas Teddiursa, like, it's literally just a bear. But it's a really cute bear. They did it good, but it's just like, yeah, nothing groundbreaking here. Ursaring, same situation. I love that it's like angrier evolution. It starts like the bear trend, which I like. Again, overall really solid. I love the shoulder things, but again, nothing groundbreaking here. Slugma, awesome. Love Slugma. Such a cool concept, doing like a lava slug. And I love Slugma especially. I get to Macargo, but I like Slugma a lot more actually. I love this eye, like these wing eye things. I don't know. Great shiny too. I think it turns white, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, so cool. Yeah, and I love the drips. I know, very cool mon. Macargo, not as cool to me, but I like Macargo. I think it's funny that it has like this one fire coming out of its shell. I think that's really silly. Is that like always it, or is that just like a I think it's always a thing. Yeah, he always has like this one. Okay, well I'm not really seeing it here, but I think it probably goes like on and off. But yeah, he's cool. Man, Gen 2, actually this one's probably the ugliest, but I still think there's a lot of charm in that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm starting to realize like being bald is a thing for me, I think, and he just feels bald compared to Slugma. Swinub, so good. I love Swinub. Like, such a great little pig hog thing. Really cool. I just love how simple it is. Like, they really did very minimal, but it's exactly what it needs to do. Piloswine is fun. I don't love Piloswine, but I like Piloswine. I think it's very cute again. I love that. It kind of reminds me of Ductrio, but yeah, it's just like these lumps and his hair is covered. I love when his eyes are revealed. They're just like two little dots. Very cute. Corsola, big love. I love Corsola. Super, super cool. Fun typing. Very unique look to it. Very, very cute. Perfect. I used to love Remoraid a lot. And yeah, that's something I love. I think it looks really cool. It's a really cool fish. I think it's supposed to be based on like a water pistol or something like that. Or just like a gun. But it's not so like gun-like because that's like a little controversial. But I still do see it enough to where I like it. And I love that it evolves into Octillery. That's super, super fun. I do think Octillery loses a lot of what... Because it's supposed to, I think, represent a tank based on its name and based on what a lot of people share, which I do think is kind of true, assuming Remoraid is based on a gun. So I really love that evolution. But I used to like Octillery just so much because I just like Octopus. I think Octopus in cartoons are really cool. I've always loved like this mouth situation in designs. But I do find him to be a little plain because like even like these bits, like Octopus have these, and like I mean the only thing that isn't true to Octopus is that like they don't have mouths like these, but people do typically draw them like this, so it doesn't feel super unique. But again, all that being said, I just like them. I think the colors are really fun, and Octopus are just fun animals, especially in cartoon form. I like how they're drawn. Delibird, or well, how I most recently found out, Delibird, which makes sense, but I don't know, I like Delibird as the pronunciation, but I really like Delibird. Honestly, it's like kind of in love. I do think the tail is a little weird that his tail is a bag, because like I never realized that actually as a kid. I thought he had a bag with him at all times, but that's his tail that's like empty inside. Or, like I don't know, it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me knowing how like most tails work. So that part is a little off-putting, but I do love a little Santa Pokemon that is not like so explicitly Santa. I guess you could argue actually it is very Santa-like, but it's cute. I think it's fun. I'm glad that it exists. Mantine, I actually forget Mantine exists, but when I do see Mantine, I like Mantine. I think it's a very cool Stingray Pokemon, or Ray Pokemon I should say. I like this art of it with the Remoraid under it. Does it always have Remoraid? If it always has Remoraid, that's kind of interesting. No, it does not. It has it in Gen 2 and 3. It really looks a little empty without Remoraid. Actually, I'm not loving it without Remoraid. I didn't realize it had patterns on top either. I'll say yeah plus, I think. I don't know, some art I like it, some I don't. But it's good. Ooh, Skarmory though. Get up there, Skarmory. Big love. Skarmory's super, super cool. Like armor, bird, colors are gorgeous. Very strong, I feel like. Was always a beast to take down. I think in Hoenn it was like in the ash area, and I thought it was like so rare and it was so cool. I was always hunting for one. Yeah, Skarmory's sick. Love Skarmory. Houndour, big love. Love this, I mean, you know me, fire, dog, cool. Like, point blank. That's it. I love Houndour. And I love the skull motifs too. Houndoom, well, you know I'm gonna love Houndoom too. Little devil dog. Perfect. I used to not always love the horns. I do feel like it feels a little empty without the ears, but it's really grown on me. I really like it. Oh man, back to back. We got like 4 in a row. Kingdra, Kingdra, one of my favorite dragons. It's so cool. Does the horsey line perfectly. I'm so glad I got an evolution. The only kicker is that it's a trade evolution. It is at least buffered by the fact that there's like an item thrown in there. Dragon scale, I believe, but again, I just don't like trade evolution. But yeah, super cool design. Again, I love like this kind of nose shape, but it just looks really elegant, really cool. I love that it's a dragon type. Really cool mon. Phanpy, oh man, I forget. Big love again. We ain't stopping. Phanpy, little wheel turning elephant. It's cute. Anime gives it a lot of love. Yeah, it's good. I'm really debating between putting it in love because I don't see the wheel as much in it as Donphan. I put in love, yeah, because Donphan is the big love, dude. This guy. This perfect. Elephant that turns into a wheel. Like, who makes this stuff? Pokemon, and that's why I love them. Porygon 2, very fun evolution. I like that. It's like, we've now smoothed Porygon 1 out. You know, it's kind of like, I think that episode where like SpongeBob turns normal, and like he's all smooth now. That's exactly what Porygon 2 did, and I think that's fun. Stantler, I think people used to like hate him as like an ugly mom, but I like Stantler. I almost kind of love Stantler, but I like Stantler because he's there. Very unique looking like deer, actually. Actually, I love Stantler. It's really cool. Like, I like this situation. Whoa, it has a big tail. But yeah, I don't know. It has like a really dopey face. Like, I like it all in all. Like, I think maybe it was made fun of because it's ugly, but I like that it like looks this way and that it's like dopey. Smeargle, awesome. I mean, you know, I'm an artist. He's an artist. You know, we rock together. Love that green. Great choice of color. You know, he's tongue out. He's a silly guy. He's painting. He's arting. Tyrogue, baby Pokemon. But he's cool though. And he does kind of create a common ground for the Hitmons, which I really appreciate. So I will give him the true neutral. Almost a yeah plus, to be honest. Yeah, I do like him more than the others. Just because I do feel like he's more needed than the others are. You feel? Because it creates a link. And Hitmontop, get in there, buddy. Spin your way up to big love. Hitmontop's super cool. I actually used to think he has 3 legs. But I don't mind the tail situation. That makes sense too. But yeah, just really fun. Like, I don't know what kind of fighting method this is, but it's Hitmontops, and I really like it. He's fun to design. He's like constantly spinning. I have a shiny and a Sword and Shield of him, which is a fun shiny too. I don't know. I just really like him. He's my favorite of the Hitmons. Very silly. Smoochum. It's a baby mon, so I don't feel like it's necessary. And I do think it's kind of cute, actually. Though I don't know. I do think it's a little. No, I wouldn't say it's better. It's in the meh. Again, just not really needed in my opinion, but I think it's kind of cute actually. Oh, Elekid is so cool. Elekid is actually so cool. He's so cool that even though I don't think Electabuzz needed a Prevo, I just wish this was like his base. Like I wish it was Electabuzz. Like I wish this was introduced in Gen 1 with Electabuzz and this evolved into Electabuzz. Because I just really like that it looks, and he looks very different than Electabuzz, but obviously like he turns into him and it totally works. Magby, I feel the same way. I think Magby is great. It looks super cute. I honestly think it helps Magmar a lot because Magmar is kind of weird, pretty weird, and I feel like actually both Magby and Elekid, they kind of ground their designs. I feel like they feel much more like kind of normal-ish Pokemon, I guess, whatever that means. And then they can get a little weird when they evolve, which Magmar definitely does with like his whole pinata arms and all those like bracelets that he wears. And I think Magby's really cute. And I'm always a sucker for this like kind of mouth. Miltank, big love. I love Miltank. I think Miltank is cute. I know there's like this whole situation, but it honestly doesn't really bother me that much. I think Miltank is just really cute. I like that it's pink. I like this weird tail. I like this pattern a lot. It's like, I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it makes it really cute. Love Miltank. Blissey. I love Chansey. I don't think Blissey is a bad evolution, but I just don't really care for it. Like, it doesn't change it enough, and it isn't very memorable, and you lose a little bit of the strong silhouette that Chansey had with like its long, I don't know what to call them, like, they're not tentacles, but like these things. And now it's like curly. I don't know, it's cute, but it's not needed. Raikou, or Raikou. I don't know, I've heard so many people say Raikou that I've adopted it, but I used to say Raikou. But Raikou's awesome. I mean, spoiler alert, get all 3 of these are easily S tier. There's such a perfect trio. Probably my favorite trio of any of the legendary trios. Like, so good. Like, I don't know, it's tough to describe things when I just like I find like everything perfect about them. Like, I like that they're not like their whole story of being like revived Pokemon. I love how they look together. Like, I think Raikou, he's probably my least favorite of the three just because he's most on the nose of being like a saber-tooth like tiger situation, but he still is really cool. Like, he has this weird tail that is like kind of like flat-ish and like has like a weird star pattern on it that isn't even like a straight up star, so it's like very crazy in that front. He has like a very complicated head. His cape is really fun too. I think his cape is probably my favorite cape because it has like the curls that I really like that shape for. But yeah, I don't know, really cool. They're just so perfect. Entei, like this weird lion situation. He had this like kind of resembles smoke. Like these really heavy metal pieces incorporated to his design. But I think like really helps like with all that fur that he has. Just awesome. The movie gives him spotlight too. Suicune, probably my favorite. Mascot of Pokemon Crystal. Featured heavily, honestly, in a lot of things. I think he's the most unique. Like, he really doesn't look like any animal to me. Like this huge crystal, this weird like protrusion sticking out of its like chin, and the tails. I used to hate the tails, but I love the tails now. I love that he has these two ribbon tails that like flow like this constantly, and like the tails like you don't see many tails that like would like wrap around and go in the front, but his does that, and I really like it. Dude, just so cool. Like, they're so unique and they look absolutely amazing as a trio. Absolutely adore them. Larvitar, awesome. Oh, I did not mean to put a new accent. Big love. Larvitar is really cute. I think it's perfect to start off our pseudo legendary. It looks very cool. It has its own like personality. Awesome. Pupitar, big love as well. I love the trend. I mean, this trend didn't stay for long, but I like this idea of like pseudo legendaries like starting off the baby and then it has like a cocoon stage. I wish they really kept with that. Not that they did it for Dragonite, but they did it with Pupitar and then like with Shelgon later. But I really like that. I wish they brought that back or like they did it more, other than in just like bug Pokemon designs. But yeah, Pupitar's great. And you can see Pupitar in like both of them, I feel like, especially in here, in a Tyranitar's situation. But speaking of Tyranitar, awesome. I mean, Godzilla Pokemon, it's just super cool. I feel like it's always been very intimidating. I love how massive it feels, how epic it feels. It's just cool. Typing leaves a little bit to be desired for me personally, but I don't hate it. I do kind of like it some days. Lugia, big love. I mean, it's cool. Another mon's like, this is a bird. Like, doesn't look like one, but it is kind of. And it has like wing hands. Like, I don't know what's going on there, but it all looks epic, I think. Super cool. The psychic flying feels a little of a letdown. If I remember correctly, I think I heard an interview where they just gave it the psychic typing because they wanted it to be strong. Because like in Legendary and like Mewtwo had the psychic typing. Could be wrong on that, but yeah, it feels kind of weird there. But yeah, Lugia is really cool. I feel like just super unique design. Ho-Oh definitely much more in the spectrum of like normal, I would say. Like, it's a bird, but I do think he's a really cool bird, and I do like them together. I think as a duo, they're pretty great. I like that. I do think it's a little weird that has like the thing is called like the rainbow Pokemon, which I kind of get. Like in the anime they show it off well, but in its design as standalone, I don't really feel that. But I think it is cool. It does feel epic. Does feel legendary. And I like it as a duo. I think if I were to drop it, I honestly could drop it between like light and love. But because they're so duo-like, and I like that, I like them together so much, I'll keep them together. Celebi, and we end very strong on Celebi. I'm actually shiny hunting for shiny Celebi right now, which is amazing. But I like its location in the Ilex forest. I like that it's like this time traveling green onion fairy is just super crazy. The only thing is, I really wish they gave it the grass fairy type. It'd be so perfect for it. But again, it didn't have it at the time, and retconning a legendary seems a bit extreme, but it's just super cute. Super cool design. I mean, green onion fairy, like why? Why time traveling green onion fairy? Because it's Pokemon. But I mean, last time I did this video, oops, I think I messed up the screen. But I think last time I did this video, I changed my opinions like the day after. But let's see, I really want to try my best to consolidate all today. Again, within the tiers, I'm not doing it. That's like too much for me. Wow, I guess Granbull is the only, the lowest one. No S. Lots of, I mean, majority. Biggest tier is the Big Love. I really do love Gen 2. I think it's such a solid batch. Again, if this is the nostalgia talking, I can't say that's false. I have a lot of nostalgia for this gen. But I really do like the designs. Like, I haven't always loved them all. Like, I really come around on some of them. Like, Hoo I never really cared for, but I really loved now. The Hoppip line, I'm absolutely like a big stan for now. Same with the Chinchou line. But some I've always loved, like Heracross, Scizor, Typhlosion. The Beast, always super cool. I really love the Beast. Like, I think about this trio so much. Like, they're my Roman Empire. Like, I think about them all the time. I forgot which ones I was headed to. Yeah, the ones I moved up, I'm glad I moved up. I think Ladybug deserves... Okay, Sentret definitely deserves to be there. Ladybug kind of rides the line. I don't know. Do I really love him as much as the rest of these guys? Yeah. I think I do. When I think about him, I like him that much. But the thing is, I don't think about him that much. And I don't know. I don't think that's because I don't love him. I think I just have so much love in my heart that I can't remember everyone. But I do love him. I think Ho-Oh, honestly, Lugia is really carrying Ho-Oh. I really don't know if Ho-Oh deserves to be here. Yeah, it's just so, like, you know, like, Lugia is so unique. And Ho-Oh is just like a bird. You know, it's a phoenix, but it's still, like, it's cool. It's cool, like, the lore and stuff with, like, it reviving these guys. But, like, design-wise, like, I don't know, it's a bird. Like, my favorite bird designs, they're not just birds. Like, Skarmory, to call out later, but, like Yveltal, like, it's a bird, but it doesn't really look like a bird. It's more unique than that. Like, Lugia is a bird, but it's not a bird. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I can't go up there. Sorry, Ho-Oh. Yeah, it feels much better in love. For Alligator, you know, if I put Blastoise up there, I don't know. Just some days I don't like Feraligatr though. Some days I just don't like. Yeah, Feraligatr can stay there. Anything I changed between these? Yeah, plus. Yeah, these feel alright. It's baby Pokemon, man. Just don't care for them. This feels kind of dirty for Quack. Okay, the reason I put him this low is because Wooper gets redeemed later, but we'll talk about that later. So now I really don't care for Quagsire. But yeah, I think I will call it. I think that is my Gen 2 tier list. I'm pretty happy with that. If I change it, I mean, you'll see me edit it later. But yeah, as you can see, I love Gen 2. Feel great about these, and yeah, I can't wait to do Gen 3, but for now I will call it there. Thanks so much for watching, and you know, if you like or disagree with my opinions, I'd love to hear in your comments. Something I always like to hear is your least favorite and your favorite. I mean, giving your favorite is easy, but I'm always curious to hear everyone's least favorite, and we'll keep the topic to Gen 2. But yeah, and if you want to comment your favorite and least favorite for Gen 1, you can go back to that video and do that. But thanks so much for watching if you made it this far, and I will see ya next time. Bye.